Welcome, Collective, to Timeless Energy. I'm Barbara. This is a general, timeless reading. This is for entertainment purposes only. If it does not resonate, please do not make it fit. Watch out for scammers in the comment section below. This is my disclaimer. It's not me. Thank you for liking. Subscriptions help my channel grow, so thank you very much for subscriptions. And for your comments and your donations. There is a link in the description box on how to go about doing that. Now, it's Timeless Energy first. Today I'll be pulling from the Runes Oracle. I hope you can see this well enough as, Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me, one card for the Timeless Energy. Spirit guide me, one card for the Timeless Energy. Spirit guide me, one card for the Timeless Energy. Spirit guide me, one card for the time. That flew right out. Okay, what we got today is Jara. This is harvest or justice, or the symbol for harvest or justice. The interpretation for this card says growth, fertility, rebirth. This rune announces the end of a cycle of difficulties and the beginning of a positive period. We're going to set that message right here. Okay, in the Timeless Energy, I do 3 cards. I'll be pulling 3 cards. And then we're going to see what the energy is for today. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me with a message today for Timeless Energy. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me with a message for Timeless. There we go. The first card is the Hierophant. I hope that we can see this clearly. It's a little bit on the shiny side. It's a little bit on the dark side. Okay, second card coming for Timeless Energy. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. This message for Timeless Energy today. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. And there we go. That one's sticking out there. This is the King of Swords. Again, I apologize for the lighting. One more card for Timeless Energy. Spirit. Oh, that was fast. Flipped right over. And the third card is the Hermit. And that is in reverse. I apologize for the space allowed that I have to work with here. Let's see what we're looking at today. Now the Hierophant. The Hierophant. Clinging to former ideas or principles, even if they're outdated. You have inspiration and kindness and compassion. However, the Hierophant is a throat chakra energy. I try to do the energies, I try to focus on the energies, and the throat chakra means a number of things. I don't have everything down pat with the chakras, but I know when it says throat chakra. That usually has something to do with verbally saying something. Now, the Hierophant is a Taurus energy, which is an introvert, a Venus energy, which is harmony and love. There are many numerous definitions to this, and I will probably go into more as we travel through. But we're talking, sorry, the lighting. The traditional institutions, conformity, commitment, knowledge sharing, beliefs. In our second card, and I will go back because we've got more to cover. We have the King of Swords upright. Okay. Again, I apologize for the lighting. Commanding. Someone who's proficient in his field. An energy of maybe having many ideas or thoughts. A determined energy we're looking at here. Now, with the King of Swords, we could also be working with like routine, structure, an authority figure. An unemotional authority figure. And balanced judgment. This is a third eye chakra. I'm going to duly note that I've got that one down. Intuitive energy. And on top of that, I think the one I like the most is trusting in your own intuition. Because many people consider themselves intuitive. They figure things out without actually having facts, or they assume that they know, or they call it their intuition. Many people consider themselves intuitive, but this is an energy of trusting that intuition. Now, Uranus would be the planetary energy here, and Libra would be your zodiac sign with this energy. An unemotional, analytical energy of authority who makes balanced judgments. And this is in the upright, and this is in the upright. So we have the throat chakra, which is, because I didn't like research that chakras so much. Speaking out, right off the top of my head, that's what I'm seeing. And the Venus energy, which is love or harmony. Now there is a negative energy to Venus, but this is in the upright. And a Taurus. Well, what do we know about the Taurus? They're stubborn. Right off the top of my head, stubborn. But Taurus, they don't take risks. They can be very determined. They have an aversion to change, and they can be conservative and down to earth. Now, with the love, that could be passionate. Now, with the Venus, it's a feminine aspect. Or you can take with a tarot reading either the feminine or the masculine point. We're not saying male or female here, but is the power to attract. The things that you most value. Breaking that down could be very individual, because the Venus energy of what you most value can make a big statement. Where you put your time into something that you love doing or that you do well. Where you put your focus into people that you have a comfort level with, or something that you've got something in common with, or maybe that you are spending a lot of your personal time with, or have future plans with. An aspect of life that you most value doesn't encompass anything outside of that box. Not really. Now, you can be passionate about arts. You can be passionate about your sexual, erotic feelings. You could have personal magnetism, and personally, Venus does stand for love and beauty. But beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. To be honest with you, love is not a word that people apply in every situation. You would think, but no. It's usually put into a little space, which is a personal thing. The Taurus energy being determined, the passionate energy of Venus, and the throat chakra tells me speaking out, maybe, with passion or about something you're passionate about, not taking risks, aversion to change. With a Taurus, material possessions are important. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to share them with just about anybody. That means they're important to you. Okay. You're not taking risks. You're reluctant to deviate from a course of action, and you're determined and you're passionate about what you love. You're passionate about what you value. And with the throat chakra, apparently, I am guessing, with the throat chakra, you're not having a problem speaking out about this feelings that you might have on this. With traditional institutions or commitment, well, commitments are pretty much an unspoken thing. There are some things that we automatically know. It isn't requiring a great deal of conversation. The Hierophant could be forgiveness in some cases, but it could also be servitude. I pretty much covered the things that I think are sticking out with the energy I see here. Now with the King of Swords, and I would pick these up. I should get like a little stand to hold them up for you. But with the lighting, I'm going to leave them right here. The King of Swords in the center here. And again, the energy of determination. Straight up off the top. The energy of authority. Commanding authority. Somebody who's analytical, somebody who's superior or considers themselves to be superior. You have the justice energy with the King of Swords. Now this is also upright. And the King of Swords is a Uranus energy. I didn't check the planet positions. Timeless energy, if this resonates, it could be watched by you on any given day. And if it's resonating, it wouldn't be fair to say, oh, Uranus is here at this particular time when I'm doing this reading. But the energy of Uranus, as far as the card is concerned, we have a little bit of eccentric. We have a rebel. We have inventions. We have change. Now, the King of Swords also has the Libra extrovert energy. Well, extrovert goes very well with change in some kind of way. It goes very well with rebel or freedom. But the Libra energy, unless it's not upright, should be diplomatic, a balance, justice. 3 strong energies right there. It could also be sitting on a fence over the matter. Now, the King of Swords is a third eye energy. A third eye is trusting your intuitive abilities. Many other things. Third eye chakra could also lean in the direction of being able to solve problems easily, which is a good thing. It's not in reverse. So you may be confident in your intuitive ability, or maybe you're confident that you can solve problems easily on your own. With that energy, the energy that you might feel the need to express, you have a lot to express, doesn't necessarily make the assumption that you're going to, because it is the third eye. And if you're trusting your intuition, there are some situations where your intuitive ability kind of tells you that maybe, even though you're right on the mark, spot on with whatever you're assuming, maybe it's just not the right time to verbally say anything. That could be the strong intuitive right there. You're being diplomatic. You're sitting on a fence. Innovation and change are very strong. The rebel's very strong. You're sitting on a fence. You're being diplomatic. Authority. King of Swords could be conversation. I don't see Mercury here, but the card itself does cover detachment, and the card itself does cover conversation. But if you're having a conversation, you're dealing with the King of Swords, you're dealing with somebody who's authoritative, somebody who's controlled or controlling, someone who's determined. An energy that's unemotional, but in authority. So, I don't know what you would get out of a conversation if you're dealing with that kind of a person. But the throat chakra says, by all means, by all means. This energy says, in the energy of life, or what you value most, in the energy of being passionate or stubborn, or trying to avert change, or just being determined, or down to earth and determined. You've got determination in both of these first 2 cards, but just being down to earth, you're going to verbally say something. It might be something that you're passionate about. You're going to verbally say something. You're not willing to take risks. You're averted to change. It might have to do with material possessions. It might actually have to do with material possessions or things along that line that are important. And you're determined. So you're verbally saying something here. But at the same time, you're trying to be diplomatic and you're sitting on a fence. At the same time, your intuition is kind of nudging you into the direction of sitting on a fence. You might be feeling rebellious, or maybe unconventional. That would be a good way to put it, because maybe this isn't something that the energy that you normally deal with. That would be something that's unconventional. or something that maybe you have no comfort level with, but you're determined to bring out this conversation, or whatever. This is the energy we're looking at. Now, on the third card, let's see, because we are looking for an entire 3-card energy here. I know you can't see when I hold it up. It's the Hermit in reverse, if you don't remember. And the Hermit in reverse is hastiness. It can be incorrect advice. It can be overly cautious, and that's the second time I've seen that with these cards. But it could be immaturity or incorrect advice. Now, in reverse, rashness or hastiness, or being premature, well, that would depend on using those definitions on the specific situation. Because sometimes if you don't make decisions or discuss things that have to do with safety or security or the foundation, or something that you're very passionate about, and if you're not bringing it up, that might be a problem. On the other hand, if it's brought up and it's pure premature energy, well, you never know. We're leaving that one on the viewer, and because you know what your situation is. We're mentioning premature and foolish acts and hastiness, because in reverse, the Hermit covers basically all of those, and overly cautious is definitely one of the things that we need to look at with this. Now, isolation and paranoia, withdrawal, being antisocial, being paralyzed by fear. Again, the Hermit is a third eye energy. It's intuitive, but it's in reverse. So where you would trust your intuition with this center card that came. The intuition in the reverse here, no matter what card it is, would be maybe the intuitive feelings that you're having aren't necessarily trustworthy, or maybe the intuitive feelings that you're having aren't trusted by the person that you're communicating with. Paralyzed by fear. Well, you know what? You got something that you're speaking out about. You're probably having that conversation with somebody who's in a position of authority. Paralyzed by fear would make sense, except this Hermit's in reverse. So maybe by speaking out shows you're not paralyzed by fear. Well, you could be paralyzed by fear. You got withdrawal and you got antisocial. I don't know. This is the Virgo energy, and the Virgo energy is pretty grounded. But the Chiron is the energy of the planets with this particular card. Another one that I don't have a great deal of definitions on, but I'm told Chiron covers healing. I also know it covers pain. And this Hermit is in reverse. So if you're paralyzed by fear or dealing with an authority figure, or you're withdrawing or becoming antisocial because you're dealing with an authority figure, there might be some pain, no matter how grounded the Virgo energy is. There might be some pain. I wouldn't say healing with this in reverse. I would say Chiron energy would be pain. You have the third card, intuitive energy with this. in reverse. Well, hey, intuitively, maybe the situation shouldn't have backfired. You're dealing with an authority figure, but what's your position in the situation? Maybe you were supposed to be on the receiving end of a little bit of respect. Maybe the pain is coming from the response and you've withdrawn or become antisocial because the conversation didn't give you the results that you wanted. Tarot energy, and I do focus on the energy because the subject itself can be pretty pretty open. It's a big box. I forgot how to pronounce that word. To be quite honest with you, the energy could be so small that maybe you go through your day without even making a note of it. And then on some occasions, the energy can be very strong, having such an impact that it changes completely how you see something or how you feel about something, or maybe the Chiron in reverse is in the end of the 3 cards saying, hey, you didn't have to hurt my feelings like that. I deserve better. Because not everybody has a position of authority, but some people have different kinds of levels of authority. And whoever you're dealing with should be rational, should be logical, but with the King of Swords, it's unemotional authority. Unemotional authority that clearly tells me either sitting on a fence or unconventional. It's an unconventional situation, and the King of Swords is sitting on a fence and being a diplomat. With the first card in the throat chakra, you're speaking out about something you're passionate about, or you're speaking about something that you must value, or something that might be very important to you, or maybe it's an important to the group as a whole. Well, it's not like maybe you're asking for something that you personally want, because the Taurus energy of this does say material, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean that the energy being material is something that you want that you don't have coming to you, or something that you want that you don't deserve. It doesn't even have to be material, something that belongs to you. But as a whole, passionate, something that you value. And I am guessing, okay, with the Venus card, what is it that you do value? You know what? I could ask a lot of people what they value, and you know what? It's not always money. Sometimes they value time. As a matter of fact, the definition of the thief specifically tells us that it's not always money. Sometimes it's time. Sometimes it's possessions. Sometimes it's attention. Somebody else is getting it, you're not. Whatever the situation, you have to be pretty serious about sitting down and thinking about what it is that you value before you figure out what this Hierophant energy is to you. Because what it is to you is going to be different for someone else. And if like 1,000 people watch this video, which actually, seriously, that would be nice. If 1,000 people watch this video, 1,000 people would come up with a different answer on that. What it is that you most value, you're speaking out about it. As maybe doing something with material, you're not taking risks. You're determined to point out that you're not taking risks. You're trying to be down to earth about it. You're dealing with a Libra energy. You're dealing with a diplomatic energy. You're dealing with an energy of sitting on the fence about things. Now, it does say debate or argue. It could be, but I don't see any energy in the planets that lead to any kind of arguing. I see a throat chakra, which is speaking. I see 2 third eyes, which is intuitive. With the intuitive here, that you're going to have a conversation, and you're going to have a conversation with this person in authority. And that person or energy may or may not be unfeeling or unemotional. Or maybe you struck a nerve and they're not just showing it. Because, you know, to tell you the truth, the air energy is balance and sitting on a fence. When you're dealing with somebody who's sitting on a fence, they might not show emotion when you have that conversation. But to tell you the truth, it's unconventional. It's unconventional. Now, the Virgo has Mercury in the card energy. And that is conversation. But this is in reverse. And this is introvert. Okay? This is helping others. And this is backwards. Okay? The Chiron energy in reverse would mean the energy has been hurt. This is not healing. The energy has been hurt. There has been withdrawal. In the end, there has been withdrawal. Maybe hurt feelings. Okay? Maybe enlightening in some kind. Introspection in some kind. In reverse, enlightenment is not a good thing. In reverse, enlightenment means, okay, okay. It causes the hermit to withdraw. The reverse energy causes this hermit to be antisocial. I don't know about the paranoia. The Chiron says hurt. In reverse, withdrawal. Whatever that conversation was, and maybe that was hasty. Maybe that was foolish. Maybe you're feeling foolish. Or maybe you've been enlightened, the energy of enlightenment from the throat chakra, bringing up a conversation with the person of authority. I'm thinking that I'm pretty close to the message here. Now the Jara, it says harvest. It also covers justice. It says the end of the cycle of difficulties and the beginning of a positive period moving forward. Tarot tends to put that message out, moving forward, positive moving forward, quite a bit. The problem with positive moving forward, oh my goodness, I hate to bring this up. You spoke out, the throat chakra says, the conversation with authority figure, somebody who's commanding, somebody who on emotional, balanced judgments. I'm going to ignore that moving forward, because emotional, balanced judgment and the withdrawal of the Hermit and the Chiron saying that this energy has been maybe hurt in this energy. Well, it doesn't say moving out, it says moving forward, which means that you dropped the subject, right? You did what you could. The thing about it is, with the King of Swords energy, focusing on the sitting on the fence on a subject. The thing about the King of Swords energy, rational, logical, unemotional, and sitting on a fence. The King of Swords is holding the unsheathed sign of his suit. The authority, and not really opening up about the honest information. The King of Swords is hiding something. That'll be a good reason that the King of Swords became the authority that they became. Unsheathed suit. Diplomat and sitting on a fence. And the Chiron says the Hermit energy. Not healing, but hurting, withdrawing, but also having the intuitive ability, the energy of. And with the Hermit being in reverse, the intuitive ability could cover assuming. And it's in reverse, so you could be assuming the wrong thing. In that case, being a Virgo myself, my best advice is, without accurate proof of being able to see for yourself, assuming probably isn't a good idea. And you know what? You're not the one in authority. That doesn't mean that you have no authority. Okay? All energies or all communications, all people can stand up for what they believe in. But the King of Swords isn't giving out that information. The King of Swords is not revealing that the sword is not being, it's still in the sheath. The information is not being revealed. The King of Swords is sitting on a fence. There's something that you're not being told. In some cases, that's a good thing. In some cases, that's a bad thing. And in this case, I don't think the energy of the Hermit would really care too much about that so much. The Virgo energy is grounded. The Virgo energy has always been helping other people. The Virgo energy, the Hermit energy, is withdrawing and becoming antisocial, because there's hurt. Not healing with the Chiron. In reverse, hurt. Well, that energy doesn't last very long anyways, does it? That energy won't last that long. Well, we do say that when you don't get an answer, that also can be an answer. And thank you very much for visiting Timeless Energy. We do hope that you come and see us again. There are plenty of other videos. If you do not resonate with this, Timeless Energy is timeless, and it is for any time that you stumble across my video. And have a good day. Feel welcome to come back and see us anytime.